Hi guys, so we are live. We're moving picnic tables so that people have space, and I just want to welcome you to Kushi World Bazaar in Indian Land, South Carolina. Yep, and we are going to get started in just a few seconds here. You can actually go ahead and sit down to begin with. Just have a few things to go over. So I want to welcome our live people here, and in person and online. And how many of you are beginners here? Okay, cool. So we have a couple of beginners, and we might have a beginner online. Let's see here. Oh, let's see. Yeah, we have in Indianapolis and in the UK here. Okay, so I don't know how to do that right now. So, so I'm gonna leave that. But then I just took that off. So you're gonna have to bear with me a little bit because this is our first one. So, welcome. We have some people in San Francisco that are gonna be joining us with the replay. Some people in North Carolina. Just some people all over the world. Australia as well. So welcome. So if you are a beginner, a complete beginner, then just do your best to follow along. And you're not going to get it perfect, but that's not what yoga is about anyway. Some of my favorite and most powerful moments with yoga have been when I've messed up. And the whole point of all of this really is to play. So also before we begin, are there any people with any injuries? Okay, great. So along that note, this practice is for you. So pay attention to your body. If you feel like you need to take a rest, then you can take child's pose. And I'll show you how to do that in just a few seconds here for beginners. Yep. And if you feel like you need to back out of a pose, then do that as well. All right, so the word yoga actually is originally Sanskrit, and our term to yoke, Y-O-K-E, comes from the Sanskrit term yoga. So to yoke something means to unite it, to bring it together. And to me, that really is what yoga is all about. It's about bringing together our mind, our body, our connection to the divine, whatever you want to call it, into this beautiful physical practice. So we're going to start out with what's called pranayama, which is breathing practice, and then we're going to get into the physical practice. So this one is called Nadi Shodhana, and I love this because especially when we're very busy, our minds can start to just go crazy. And so to be able to do this for 2 minutes will really help to calm down your mind, release some stress, and then you can go about the rest of your day or the next couple of hours in a state of more equilibrium. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your right hand, and you can just sit in a comfortable seat. You're going to take your right hand and make this, and this is called a Vishnu Mudra. So your thumb is still up and your first 2 fingers are down. Then you're going to take your right thumb, you're going to close off your right nostril and breathe in through your left nostril. Close off left nostril, breathe out through your right nostril, and breathe in through your right nostril. Close off right nostril, breathe in through your left nostril, out through your left nostril. And messed up a little bit. So breathe in through your left nostril again here. Close off your left nostril and breathe out through your right nostril. In through right. Out through left. In through left. Out through right. In through right. Out through left. In through left. Out through right. In through right. And one more time, out through left. And then you can release your hands. Okay, so right now you can bring both of your hands overhead and again just sit in a comfortable seat, and you're going to place your left hand on the mat and reach over towards your left. And just open up your chest towards the sky. Feel that stretch in your intercostals. These are muscles that we forget about. They're the muscles in between our ribs there, and it feels so good to stretch them. Now you might only be up here. I'm super bendy, so I'll try to remember to do what normal people can do. All right, come up, inhale. Both arms overhead again. Interlace your fingers in the opposite way, so in a different way than you did it before. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lean over to your right. And again, just open up to the sky. Feel that delicious stretch in your side body. And on your next inhale, come up. Are you going to come onto all fours? We're going to do some cat-cow. So on your inhale, you're going to do cow pose here. And exhale is cat. Inhale, cow, waking up the body here. Exhale, cat. And just keep on going at your own pace here. And again, just waking up the body, saying hello to the day. And then from here, you're going to lift your left arm up into the air. And then you're going to thread it underneath your right arm. And you can turn your head. And this is going to get a nice stretch in your upper back here. And inhale, come back up. And right arm up into the air. Open your chest to the right. Inhale, exhale, thread the needle. Ooh, got some mosquitoes. Thread the needle the other way. And inhale, come back up. And now you're going to place your hands and go ahead and press back into downward facing dog. So really claw your hands, and you can walk your dog here. And from here, you're going to just take little baby steps up to the top of your mat. Okay. Come all the way up. Inhale. And hands to your heart. You're going to inhale again. Just take a little mini back bend up here, just the top part of your back. Just lift it back just a little bit. And arms all the way down, swan dive. Inhale halfway up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale halfway up. And on your exhale, you're going to take your left leg and step it back. You can put your knee down. If you have sensitive knees and want to fold over your mat, I like to do that sometimes. And from here, so typically when we do these lunge types of poses, you want to keep your knee over your ankle. With this particular one, you can actually, this is like one of maybe two, that you can actually bring that knee over. This is a great psoas stretch here. So you want to make sure to pull your lower ribs in so that you are engaging your core. Okay, you can come up and take your left foot with your left hand. And you're going to press that foot back into your hand. And then also at the same time, press your hand into your foot. Great. And then if you want a little bit more of a stretch, you can actually change the grip of your hand on your foot. And you can lean forward even more. Good morning, quads. Yeah, so remember, if you need to, you can back out of the pose at any point. And if you want to rest your hand on your thigh, that's great. You never want to rest your hand on your knee. On the thigh is good. All right, inhale, come back up. Place that foot down, and you're going to place your left hand down on the ground. And lift that left knee, and you're going to open up to the right. Right arm up to the sky. And open your chest to the sky. If you want to take it a little bit further, you can take your arm over your ear and do a little back bend in here. I love this one. Inhale, exhale, hand by your foot. Now we're going to take that knee back down again. And you're going to lean back and straighten your right leg and bring your right toes up towards the sky. Then you're going to inhale and lengthen out, and exhale and lean forward. So again, that's as far as you want to take it. You might want to use blocks here. If this is what's comfortable for you to stay right here and you still get a little bit of a stretch, then that's great. That's perfect. If you want to go deeper, you can go deeper. All right, inhale, come up. And we're going to do a nice lunge here. Now, this is part of the play that I like to do here. I like to do a little jump switch. But if you want to, you can just step up and step your right foot back. If you want to try a jump switch, you're just going to do that. That's fun, right? So I'm going to do it again so that I have my left foot forward, right foot back. So here, before we even do this next pose, I want you to pay attention to your hips. So you want to pull your right hip forward, left hip back so that they are as much in line with each other as possible. And you probably want to pull your right hip up a little bit as well so that they're level on both planes. All right. Right knee kisses the earth, so you're going to bring it down. And you can come up. Now, we were on grass earlier, that's why we started a little bit later. And you'll find, I love practicing on grass, but it's so much easier to find your balance when you do have a flat surface. So I'm very glad to be on the deck as well here. So again, with this pose, remember you can bring your knee a little bit forward. We have a kitty cat. So feel that nice stretch in your psoas. Remember to pull your lower belly in. And you can come up. now you can take your right foot in your right hand here. And remember, you can start out with this hand position. And then if you want to take it further, you can lean more into that front leg and change the grip of your hand. And breathe. So important with yoga. We always want to make sure that we're breathing. So we'll talk about doing ujjayi breath at another point in another class. Okay, so you can come down here. Place your right hand on the ground. Lift your right knee up. And open up to the sky. What should we name the kitty cat? What do you guys think? I think Caramel. And again with this one, if you want to reach your left arm over that ear and take it into a little bit of a back bend. Oh, it feels so good. And exhale, place your left hand down. And we're going to drop that knee again. This time, you're going to lean back. We're going to do that runner's stretch. Left toes to the sky. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. And inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. And one more time. And exhale, fold. And you can just stay here for a little bit. And come back up. All right. So you can step your right foot up. Come all the way up. Arms overhead. Hands to your heart. And right here, just take a couple of seconds to set your intention for this practice. We've done our warm-ups here. Mother's Day is tomorrow. Maybe you want to honor your mother. So again, arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale all the way down. Halfway up. Inhale. Exhale, step your right leg back. You're going to come up into Warrior One. Inhale and exhale, hands down. Exhale all the way back and all the way down. Inhale, come up to a low cobra. If you're super bendy and want to go ahead and go into an up dog or a higher cobra, that's fine. But for right now, we're just going to do a nice, easy cobra. So for everybody, actually, I'd like you to come down a little bit more into a very low cobra and pull your shoulders up towards your ears and then back. Now you can probably feel your shoulder blades actually coming towards each other like they want to kiss each other. That's the alignment that you want pretty much all the time for your shoulders. You're clicking your toenails into the mat. So with that shoulder alignment, go ahead and come back up just a little bit. And you're also going to be pulling your hands back towards your feet. So this way you're pulling your upper torso out of your pelvis. Now that's a lot of very technical stuff. So if you don't remember it all, it's okay. All right, so from here, you're going to push back into down dog. Inhale. Exhale. Lift your right leg up. You're going to open that hip out. Bend the leg. And do some circles with your knees. Or with your one knee. Try to press into both hands equally. It's probably not going to happen, but go ahead and try it. And straighten the leg out. Bring it back up to your hands. And you're going to come up into warrior one. Well, actually, you just do crescent pose. Inhale. Exhale, arms down. Left foot to your other foot. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. We're starting to warm up the body a little bit more now. So arms up to the sky, all the way down, up halfway. Step your right foot back. Come up into your crescent lunge. If you'd like to take a little mini back bend here, you're welcome to. Just make sure you're pulling your ribs in. And exhale all the way down. Left foot meets right. Exhale all the way down to the mat. Inhale, up dog or cobra. And exhale, down dog. And here you're going to lift your left leg up into the air. Open your hip. Bend that knee. And do some knee circles here again. Do one way and the other. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna get ya. All right, straighten it out. Lower it back down there. Come forward into plank. And here you're gonna put down your knees. Come into a tabletop position. You're gonna lift your right arm up. And then you're gonna lift your left leg. Now this will solve everything in your whole life, if you can do this. Okay, maybe not, but let's do the other side. You are gonna find that you can bring your yoga practice into your everyday life. It's just gonna seep in naturally. And exhale. And back into down dog. And you can take one big step forward in between your hands or several little mini steps. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, release. And inhale all the way up. And hands to your heart. Okay. So, let's go to, let's take your left leg back into warrior one. So this means that your left foot is going to be at approximately a 45-degree angle. And your front foot, if you're having some balance issues here, your front foot can go just a little bit to the right. That's fine. So arms overhead, and as best as you can, bring those hips in line. So left hip forward, right hip back. Okay, now from here, you're going to reposition your feet so that you can come into warrior two. So again, remember you want your knee to be right directly over your ankle. And that back foot is going to be in line with the back of your mat. And then you can bring your arms up and kiss those shoulder blades. And just gaze out lovingly over your right fingertips. Now with your inhale, you're going to come back into goddess pose. Love this one. We've got that wonderful stretch in your side body here, like we did before. Now again, you want to make sure that your left hand is either on your thigh or on your calf, not on your knee area. And exhale, you're going to come down, place your hands, come into a lunge here. And then you're going to place your right hand either on top of your thigh here, like this, or if you want to do a little bit more advanced side angle pose, you can place your hand down on the ground, or you can use blocks, whatever you'd like to. If you'd like to go even further, then you can bind. Those of you who want to do that, you know how to do that already. So beautiful. And now we're going to circle the arm, straighten the front leg, bring your right hand behind your right foot, and come into Trikonasana, triangle pose. So when you're doing yoga, you want to make sure that you're breathing through your nose, inhaling and exhaling. Exhale, bring your left arm down. You're going to bring your left foot in, maybe a foot or two. Right leg stays exactly like it is. And then you're going to inhale, lengthen, exhale, fold. Bring that left hip forward, right hip back. And this is a great one to use blocks too. Again, I'm super bendy, so you may need blocks here, which is perfectly fine. Yeah. Yep, we got some block people here. Awesome. And exhale again. And bring your left foot forward to meet your right foot. Gonna lift up halfway. Exhale all the way down. Inhale all the way up. Hands to your heart. And inhale all the way up again. Exhale all the way down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale, you can step or jump back into Chaturanga. And exhale all the way down. Inhale, Cobra, up dog. And push back into down dog. Really lift your sits bones up into the air. So that's these guys right here. You might be able to feel them. Well, you should be able to feel them. Yeah, they're those knobby things right at the base of your butt. Okay, and inhale, bring your left foot forward. Swivel your right heel down so that you're in warrior one. We're going to repeat that sequence that we did on the other side. So again, with this pose, remember to bring your lower ribs in, belly button towards your navel. Pull a back bend if you want. And then position your, I'm going to do it like this. Position your feet so that you come into warrior two. Great. Take a look at your knee here. Is it over your ankle? Can you go deeper? And inhale, goddess pose. And exhale, you're going to come down. And again here, so keep that right foot turned. And again here, you can come up and place your elbow on your thigh. But you're going to open your chest towards your right here. If you want to go deeper, hand on the inside of your foot. You can press that left knee into your arm. And you can bind if you want deeper. And now you're going to circle that arm, change the placement of your left hand, and come into Trikonasana. So with this pose, there is more of a tendency to lock out that left knee, the front leg. Make sure that you have a little micro bend in that leg. So that way you are protecting it. Beautiful. Okay. So right leg comes in just a little bit. You're going to put that right foot at just a little bit of an angle. Right hip forward, left hip back. Inhale, lengthen, come up a little bit. And exhale, fold. And again, this one is a great one for blocks. If you need to just stay up on your fingertips, that is fine. That is awesome. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. And inhale, lengthen. And exhale, fold. All right, so you can come up to the top of your mat. We're going to inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, hands to your heart. And right here, we are going to play with balance. All right, so stand on your left leg, and then you're going to take your right leg up to the inside of your left leg. Now, this may not be accessible to you. If it's not, then just take it below your knee, right below your knee. So again, we don't want to put pressure directly on the knee. We don't want to put direct pressure on any of your joints ever. So wherever is comfortable to you to do this. Now, the cool thing about this is the more you press your foot into your inner leg, inner thigh or shin, and your left leg back into that foot, the more solid you're going to be. Now, I have days where I'm like all over the place. Yeah, like that. And you'll find that if you're looking at something that's moving, that it's much more difficult to stay in line. So find a point of focus. This is called a drishti. And just be in this moment right now. Listen to those beautiful birds. Beautiful. Now from here, you're going to keep this leg up, and you're going to take it with, you're going to take your big toe with your first two fingers. If you need a strap here, wonderful, thank you for reminding me. Yep, awesome. If you need a strap here, you can place it around the ball of your foot. And then that's gonna make your arms magically longer so that you can bring that leg out in front of you. Perfect. Great. Yeah, you guys are looking good. If you don't have a strap and you don't go quite that far, then you can have a bend in your leg. That's fine. Of course it's fine. Now, take that leg out to your right. And as much as you can, keep your, as much as you can, keep your hips in line, because that left hip is going to want to lift way up, right? So that's a little bit of a different pose. So we want to try to keep the right hip up, left hip down. And falling in. Okay, great, good job. So on a good day, that is very much more controlled. So let's do the other leg here. So go ahead and find your drishti, your focus point, and bring your left leg up to your right inner thigh or your right shin, or outer calf. Press foot into leg, leg into foot. And if you want even more of a challenge here, close your eyes. Great. So go ahead and take your left foot and your left hand. You can either do it big toe, or I actually, because my arms are a little short, I take the outside edge of my foot and just make sure that my foot is completely straight. And then pull it out. So what I love about, that's gonna be fun. What I love about balancing poses like this is that you have to play with them. There's gonna be some waving. It's like a tree in the wind, right? So you're gonna be almost off balance, but then breathe and bring it back in. And bring it out to the side. And remember, left. Yeah, that's great. Great, great. Right hip down as much as possible. And then bring it back in front. And slowly release it. That's what I wanted to do on the other side, but it didn't quite work. All right. So again, we're going to do arms overhead. Huh? Stop it. Yeah. Yeah. And exhale all the way down. Inhale halfway up. Exhale all the way down. Inhale all the way up. And we're going to do another kind of balancing pose here. So you're going to take your left leg, sorry, you can release your arms. Your left leg comes up, and you're going to take it around your right leg and kind of tuck it in back there behind your right calf. Now, if that's not accessible, this is fine as well, right here. You really want to hug those hips in together, those thighs in together, and you're going to actually bend down. Now, if you're a little more advanced, you can add the eagle arms as well. And just breathe into this. And come back up. And we're going to do the other side here. So lift right leg up, cross it over, hook if you can. If not, leave it right here. And bend down. For now, we're going to keep the chest up. Once you get more used to this pose, you're actually going to be taking eagle arms and coming all the way down. And then you can do fun arm balances too. We're going to do an arm balance today. Oh my God. Okay, yep, up. And all the way down, exhale. Halfway up. Exhale, jump or step back into chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, or cobra. Shoulders back. And exhale, down dog. Lift your right leg up into the air. Bend that leg. Open your hip. You're going to get a nice stretch here. If you want to, if it's accessible to you, if you're familiar with it, you can drop back into wild thing. And exhale, you come into side plank. So, left on your left hand. So if side plank is new to you, you can put your right foot out in front. It's kind of like a kickstand. If you're familiar with side plank, then you're going to stack both feet on top of each other. And reach up to the sky. And if you want to do some crazy additions to it, you can. All sorts of fun things. And exhale, arms down. And I'm going to change positions again. and lift your left leg up into the air. Bend the knee, open the hip. If you want to drop back into wild thing, go for it. And on your exhale, you're going to come into plank, side plank on the other side. So again, if you're a beginner, you want to do the little kickstand out in front of you, that's perfect. If you want to do regular plank, that's great too. If you want to do crazy variation, that's one too. Alright, and come back onto your hands, chaturanga, and we're going to do 5 push-ups here, 5 chaturanga push-ups. If that's difficult for you, then go ahead and come down to your knees. When I first started doing push-ups, I had to do knees and I could barely do one. So, it grows on you. So 5 push-ups here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so come back into child's pose. I promised you we'd do this one and I forgot to do it at the beginning. So, this is child's pose. It is a wonderful resting pose. You want to bring your butt down towards the ground. Of course, it's not going to reach the ground because your feet are there. Okay, so come back up. So now we're going to do some play. So, how many of you are familiar with crow pose? Okay. Yep. Yep. So I have a couple of people. So, crow pose is an arm balance. But I don't want you to be afraid of it because you don't have to go all the way into the pose. It has to do a lot with your core strength. So, what we're going to do first is we're going to do boat pose so that you can kind of remember those muscles in there. So you're going to sit like this, and to start with, you can put your hands behind you, and then you're going to lift your legs up. So you might feel that your psoas muscles right here are trying to do the work. Try to bring it into your belly as much as possible. If you want to take your hands out, you can. If you want to keep your legs bent, that's fine as well. This is going to be very much activating that core. So if you can feel that, now come down as far as you can. And then come back up. And back down. And back up. Whoa, I can feel it. And back down. And back up. Okay, so that's getting you familiar with those core muscles there. So to prep for cobra, if you want to put a block down in front of you, not cobra, for crow. If you want to put a block down in front of you, you certainly can. You're going to come up into a squatting position. So again, if your heels reach the ground, that's great. If not, if you have a towel or something else, you can put that towel underneath your heels, or you can just stay on your toes, that's fine. So knees outside of your arms, and I just want you to play around with this, okay? So just watch me first, and then I'll tell you how to play with it. So we're in our squat. You're going to bend your arms just a little bit so that they have kind of shelves for your shins to rest on. Then you're going to lean forward and you're going to lift up one foot and you're really going to pull in. You're going to pull your belly button up toward your spine as much as you can. Okay? Lower that left foot. Now bring your right foot up. Really pull the belly button. up into your spine. Okay, now you can release. And then you're going to place your hands again. One of the things to remember about really all positions where your hands are on the mat is to really grip the mat with your hands. Okay? So we're going to come up again, lift your butt up just a little bit here. Place your knees on those shelves. Lean forward. And just play around with maybe lifting both up. Pull that core in. Press your knees into your arms. And you can fly. Yeah. So that's crow pose. So take a few moments to play around with that. I'm going to come around to the class here and help some people out a little bit. So this is part of the play portion. Awesome. Nice. So let's try it again. Yep. So you're going to want to look up just a little bit. Yeah. Great. Awesome. Nice. So another thing is that it is completely normal to shake while you're doing these poses. I still shake. Yoga is really good for your nervous system because it hugs your muscles to your bones, which lets your body know that it's okay for it to release. So that's where you're going to build your flexibility. And so the shaking is actually the nervous system getting used to these new ways of moving. So it's actually strengthening your nervous system. All right, gonna go help some other people. You guys keep playing. Do you want to try side throw? So real quickly before we move on, because we're coming towards our cool down and all that good stuff. For those of you who are familiar with throw and you want to try side throw, it's going to look like this. So you're going to place your hands. You're going to get their shelves again, really claw the mat. You're going to take your right knee to the outside of your left tricep here. You're going to lean forward, engage your core, and lift up both legs. And then you can do other fun stuff with that too. So play around with that. Play on your own. Yeah, almost, yeah. Yeah, we can play with that next time too. Awesome. All right, so we're going to do some hip openers here. So you can come to the top of your mat. And first of all, we're going to do Pada Hasta. Oh, I can't remember the name. But you're going to take your hands underneath your feet here if you can reach. If not, then again, you can always use your blocks. You're going to inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. And inhale, lengthen, and exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up. Hands to your heart. And just take a few seconds here to feel how different your body feels now than when we first started. How much more alive it feels. All right, inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. You're going to step your left leg back. And you're going to take your right leg we're going into pigeon pose here. So for newbies, or if you're a little tight right now, you're going to bring that right foot in towards your groin. Left hip want to have muscle energy happening. So you want to be pulling your legs in towards each other so that you are actually, so that you can be buoyed up. Or now if you're flexible and want to go further down, that's fine. If you want to take it even further, bring that right foot forward. You always want to be like karate chopping the outer edge of your foot towards the mat. That's going to protect your knee and your ankle. And you can come down. And take this time just to breathe. Remember what your intention is here. And inhale, come up. You're going to place your hands and as gracefully as possible, come back into down dog. You can lift that right leg up. Place the right leg back down. Bring your left foot forward. We're going to do pigeon on the other side here. And remember, you can either keep your foot closer to your groin, or you can move it up. Either way, you don't want to just collapse into the pose. You want to make sure that you are engaging muscle energy. So you're pulling your legs this way towards each other. Right hip forward, left hip back. Remember to breathe through your nose. And inhale. And exhale, come forward. All right. Inhale, come back up. Go back into down dog again. Lift that left leg up. Press into your hands. And you can lower down. We're going to come into a seated position here. So bring your right foot over your left leg. Right arm into the air. Lengthen on your inhale. And exhale, you're going to twist. Now this twist is from your upper back. Okay, so you want to make sure that you're engaging your core here. It's going to keep your lower back safe. And then your head can very easily follow the twist of your body. And on every inhale, you're going to lengthen. Every exhale, you're going to twist. On your next inhale, you can release. And we'll go to the other side. So ideally, you want both sits bones on the ground. Again, that may not happen. So if not, that's okay. You want to make sure, though, for sure, that you're pressing the outer right foot into the mat. Again, this is going to keep your knees safe. So left arm up in the air. And exhale, twist. right, on your next inhale, release. And I just realized that I did that a little bit differently from how we usually do it. So if you want to do it the other way, you can go back and do that too. And now you can lie on your back here. And I want you to put both of your feet onto the mat, your legs, stretch them out all the way. And you're going to press your left leg, left foot very strongly into the ground, into the earth. You're going to bring your right leg up as far as it'll go. If you want to grab a strap or a towel, put around the ball of your foot. You can do that. I'll show you what that looks like when you have a towel. Put it around the ball of your foot and lift it up. And again, you want to make sure that your left leg is as flush with the earth as possible. And then you're going to pull with your hands into your foot, and you're going to press that foot back into your hands or towel or strap. This is a wonderful position for lower back issues, or if you've been doing back bends. And you can release that leg, and then the other leg. So, right leg is flush with the earth, left leg comes up, press foot into hand or towel, or that thingy. Strap. And press your foot back into hand, towel, or strap. And again, here you want to level your hips. So you want to pull your left hip down and your right hip up. And exhale, release those legs. You can kind of shake them out a little bit here. And just come into happy baby or any other pose that you want to do before we take Shavasana. So with happy baby, you want to press your butt down into the ground, into your mat. That's going to protect your lower back. And you can release your feet down to the ground and take Shavasana. And just remember with this pose, and I'm going to get up and do some adjustments and massage for you guys while you're in Shavasana. If you would rather not me do that, please take one of your palms and place it on your belly. And as you are Shavasana-ing, you'll notice all these different sounds that are happening around here right now. So what I'd like you to do with those is to allow them to actually take you deeper into your meditation. start to deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes. Stretch your arms overhead. And then as you're ready, you can come to one side and just lie in a fetal position for a couple of seconds here. And press yourself up to a seated position. And just take a few moments here to appreciate yourself for taking this time for yourself today. And touch back in on that intention that you had, that you set at the beginning of class. And maybe set another intention to bring this practice and this calm and this play into the rest of your day today and maybe the rest of your week. I'm honored that you joined us today, and the light in me acknowledges and adores the light within all of you. Namaste. Thank you guys. This will be on my Facebook feed, so you can do it for the next couple of weeks until we have the next class, which will be on the 25th maybe. And I'm also going to post how to do Nadi Shodhana, keep up on my Facebook feed, and I'll show you how to do that.
Okay, bye guys. Love you.